This is the Blackview P10000 Pro, a phone with a ridiculously huge 11,000 mAh battery and pretty good specs. The official claims are that this phone can achieve a whopping 50 days of standby time, which is just insane. My name is Linus, stay tuned for a full review to learn all the pros and cons of this device. At the moment, the phone costs about $200. As always, I will leave all the links and show notes down below the video. The phone ships with all the usual stuff and many extra cables, adapters, a screen protector, and last but not least, a soft TPU case to protect your phone. First of all, let's talk about the design. The phone is huge, thick and heavy, and it seems it could crush any other phone on the market. That means it's not always comfortable to hold the phone in one hand or put it in your pocket. This is the trade-off you need to accept if you want to have a huge battery that literally lasts forever. The device uses a metal frame on the sides, rubberized plastic on the top and bottom, and glass on the back. Well, I didn't test the exact standby time as I would need almost 2 months to do that. What I did test was real-life usage of the phone. I could use the P10000 Pro for almost a week or more. My record screen on time was over 30 hours and my usage included gaming, taking a lot of pictures and shooting videos, and so on. If you use the phone just for the basic stuff, you can expect to achieve even 40 hours of SOT. This phone is just a battery beast. In case you need to recharge the phone, you can do that in just about 4.5 or 5 hours using the supply charger. I found the display to be very good indoors and outdoors. The phone has an LED notification light, LED flash for night selfies, and dual camera setup on the front. On the back there is another dual camera system that I will talk about in detail a bit later in this review. The phone does not have the headset jack, but you get an adapter in the retail box and the sound quality using it is pretty good. The fingerprint scanner is implemented on the side. Even though it's not my favorite position, the reader works fine and it's fairly accurate. The face unlock feature is here and it works well in good lighting, but it's not reliable in lower lit environment. That's why I prefer using the fingerprint reader. Finally, the loudspeaker can get really loud and the overall quality is quite good for a budget phone. In terms of hardware, the phone ships with pretty good specs for the price. The gaming performance is quite good too. Well, you should expect to see some skipped frames here and there in some games, but in general, I don't have major complaints since this is a budget phone after all. The device runs on Android 7.1 out of the box and we have a typical Blackview user interface. That means that the UI is a mixture of stock Android and some added features and customization options. You can customize the navigation bar, LED notification light, quickly open up the camera or use other gesture controls. In general, I found the performance to be pretty good. I have no complaints. The overall image quality is just average. Well, you can take some decent daylight images, but that's about it. Also, pictures taken with that bokeh effect look kind of artificial. On the other hand, selfies look nice and sharp, but if you want to use that bokeh mode, expect to see artificial looking pictures. Night image quality is quite bad, like on most of budget phones. The video quality using both main and front-facing cameras is quite average. Again, this is the case with most of the budget phones. Handheld video. I'm recording a video on a cloudy day, but I would say that the lighting conditions are pretty good. In terms of connectivity, the phone performs great. Call quality and signal reception are great, and even GPS is very accurate. In addition, there are quite a few sensors on board, including a gyroscope. The Blackview P10000 Pro is a battery monster that comes both with pros and cons. As expected, camera performance could be better, but other than that, the P10000 Pro shapes up to be a pretty good offering for the price of about $200, considering the fact that you get an insanely good battery life, pretty good display, and decent overall performance. Obviously, this phone is definitely not for everyone due to its sheer size and weight, but if you need a budget phone with an insanely good battery life, we think that the P10000 Pro is a decent budget option worth checking out. But what do you guys think about the Blackview P10000 Pro? As always, drop us a comment down below. Also, please like the video if you liked it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It was Linus, thank you for watching, and see you soon.